If you're an Etsy shop owner and you want to scale your business, in this video, we're literally going to talk about how to scale your business. Now, my store has reached 100,000 sales, or it's the #1 pet product store on Etsy in terms of daily sales. All those are made possible because of the things that I did in regards to scalability that made it possible. It's not just important for those that are getting a lot of sales and like, great, now I need to think about scalability. No, it is the lack of scalability that a lot of times why people are not growing. Hi guys, my name is Vlad. Like I said, I'm the owner of Tag Pup. It is a top selling pet products. In fact, it's the #1 pet product store on Etsy. You can check with eRank in terms of daily sales. I say that so that you guys don't miss out on the opportunity in the information that I will provide in this video or on this channel. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe and actually hit the bell notification, because like the next video I'm going to release is like 10 things you need to sell during the summertime. You don't want to watch that video at the end of summer. You want to watch that when I release it. So make sure to hit the bell so that you are notified when this content is released. Now, scalability is something, like I said, it's not for those that are getting a lot of sales and then they need to think about it. Because the truth is you need to think about it to allow for scalability. It's kind of like a fishbowl. The size of your fishbowl will determine the size of the fish. Now, that's not always true, but we need to increase the fishbowl. We need to get you to the ocean. And there are things you need to do to help you scale those edges. I have 5 points for you. Number 2 and number 5 are probably the most important ones that I think you guys need to know. Number 2 is a little bit controversial, and you guys might need to wait till I finish my point to really disagree. If you are disagreeing. The first one is make your process more efficient. When I say that, it is your skill, your creativity that got you here. Whether you're making $20 a day or $50 a day, it is your skill and creativity that got you there. Don't waste that talent on inefficiencies, right? When you're packaging your orders at the end of the day, are you doing one order at a time? Or are you using softwares like ShipStation? Now, they're not a sponsor of this video, and I'm actually reaching out to them so that they can be a sponsor because I talk about them a lot. But scan all the orders you've done that day. It puts it in a batch. You print the labels all at one time and you package it. It makes the process way more efficient. There you have extra minutes that to utilize your creativity that got you to where you are. And making other parts of your shop, of your process, more efficient will allow you to be more creative, which will get you even further than where you are currently. Number 2, okay. Pursue automation as fast as possible. Now, this is both my favorite and most controversial. Now, on Etsy, you might be saying, whoa, Vlad, that's not what we do here on Etsy. We do everything handmade. That's true. For example, I sell pacifier clips, and I used to fold and sew at the same time, but I realized I can just send it through my heat press and fold and press the binding so that then later I don't have to fold. I have a roll of bindings that's already been folded. Then the process is much faster when you are sewing. And then make the yarn pre-cut so that the sewing is even more efficient. These things allow for automation while keeping the excitement of the product still alive. There's an artist, I believe in the 90s, I mentioned him before, but he was an artist. And the way he automated his process, he was really good at portraits, more specifically the faces. And he hired other painters to paint everything around him. They worked for him essentially, and leave the face where the face needs to be for him to come in and paint the face. Now, while artists during that time did hundreds of paintings, he did thousands. Why? Because he automated the process while keeping true to what he was good at. When you automate, you will allow for more opportunity and time for you to be the creative person that you are. And number 3 is equipment. You need to be able to look for equipment that help you in your field. For example, with the pacifier clips, if I just had a sewing machine and I sewed them like that, and I didn't discover that there are equipment that are able to take your fabric and suck it in and fold it and press it, and then you can already have it pressed and folded for you, I wouldn't have been able to do it as fast as I do it now. But it's ability to find out that there are equipment that can help you in your process. Now, you think you have all that you need, and there's nothing that can make it faster. You think that you've done it for years. This is the best that it's going to do. Within a year of sewing, I found equipment that my aunt that's been sewing for like 40 years is impressed that there are equipment that make things that much faster. It is because that I get on the internet and I'm just looking for stuff. Now with ChatGPT, by the way, you can ask these questions, and this is the fascinating thing of this AI. You can say, hey, how can I sew this faster? What equipments can I use? Start asking questions, start looking around for equipment. These are the things that will allow for you to be able to scale when the orders do start coming in. And I'm betting you that the orders will actually start coming in when you create more time to be the creative person that you are that got you there in the first place. Number 4 is you have to take on risk. It is the risk that oftentimes it is the lack of risk that oftentimes they keep you small, right? Print on demand digital products is a risk-free niche or risk-free gig that you can do, but it's always a side gig, but it's usually not a scalable business model. It is taken on risk. Now, obviously calculated risk. I want to be careful here. You want to calculate your risk, but it is taking those risks, putting your name on a lease on the equipment. It is about hiring somebody. And that might sound scary, but it is those moments or those opportunities that allow you to really push the ticket forward on the quality of your product or just the kinds of products you can make. And the last one, and this is probably one of my favorite one, is grow in knowledge. The amount of Chinese manufacturing and Indian manufacturing that I've watched on YouTube is just, it's kind of embarrassing a little bit, but I've learned so much of the equipment that is out there that can help me scale. I have the amount of stuff that I've thought about learning in terms of process building and how to build manufacturing processes. All of those things that's helped me to position myself in such a way that created more time, that then I created more product, that I designed more product. I was able to look at problems within my store that allowed me for all those things that brought about so much more profit. I'm recently purchased equipment. It's on its way, and I'm super excited because I know exactly what it's going to do for me, and I know exactly how fast it's going to generate a profit because I know the knowledge. And with my wife's store, if you look at this graph, this is happening because I have knowledge, because I know what the next product I'm going to post. I know how to utilize the machines for those products, and I can make the process much faster, which means the price is going to be cheaper. With cheaper price, you're going to have better conversion rate. It is all those things that start to pile up when you structure your life in such a way that allows for scalability. Once you got that in motion and you do want to start advertising correctly and push your products to the max, I talk about that in this video. So make sure to structure your life so that you can expect more sales.